Good morning everyone. Today we are going to start our new chapter and the chapter's name is complex number. When we talk about complex number, it is represented by Z and it is in the form of A plus IB, where A is a real number plus IB, where I represents two imaginary unit. We can say imaginary number or imaginary unit. If I am saying that I am talking about a number which is given in the form 2 plus 3i, 2 plus 3i, then here 2 is A and 3 is B and I is the imaginary unit. So we can say in the form that for every real number A, for any real number A, we can say that under root minus A, which can be represented as under root A I, where I is equal to under root minus 1, where I is equal to under root minus 1. So here we will talk about all the imaginary numbers and complex numbers only. As if I am talking about x square plus 1 is equal to 0. So x square will be minus 1, where x is under root minus 1, and this is what known as I. The minus sign in under root is known as or is represented as I, which is an imaginary unit. If I am talking about I square, here I will talk about I square. I square is under root minus 1 square, so it's minus 1. If I talk about I cube, so I can write it I square into I, that means minus 1 into I. If I talk about I power 4, then it's I square square, that means minus 1 square, so it is actually 1. So when we talk about I, it's under root minus 1. When we talk about I square, it's minus 1. If we are talking about I cube, then it's minus I, and I power 4 is equal to 1. So whenever any question is given to solve in the terms of I to evaluate, that means if I am talking about that it is given I power 38, let it is given I power 38 and we have to write it into the simplest form. So what I will try, first of all I will try to solve it into the power of 4. So I will write it 4 into 9, because 4 9s are 36 plus 2. So that means it can be written I power 9 power 4 into I square, which is 1, because I power 4 is 1. Or you can write it I power 4 power 9. So since it is 1, so it will be 1 power 9 and it will be I square, which is minus 1. If they are asking for I power 12, so we can write it I power 4 into 3. Understood? So we can write it I power 4 power 3. That means it's 1 power 3, so it will be 1. So next I am telling how to express in the form of B or BI. How to express in the form of B or BI. They will ask either it is in the form of B or BI. As I am giving you one example, if it is given 1 upon 2 under root minus 3 upon 4, and they are asking for either it is in the form of B or BI. So what I'll do, it's 1 upon 2, it's under root minus 3. Will this 4 come out as 2? So it's minus under root 3 upon 4. Can I write it under root 3 into under root minus 1 upon 4? That means under root 3, what is it? It's I upon 4. So this way we can change or we can express in the form of B or BI. One more example I am giving. It is also taken from your book, as if it is given minus 4 plus under root minus 16 minus, as we can notice that 4, 16 and 25 all are actually perfect squares. So can I write it under root 4, under root minus 1, under root 16, under root minus 1, under root 25, under root minus 1. So it's 2i plus 4i minus 5i. 6i minus 5i, that means it's I only. So this is another example for how to solve. Now if we talk about the operations with complex numbers. The operations with complex number, as I already told, as I already told you, that complex number can be represented in the way a plus ib, or if you want x plus iy. If I am saying that two complex numbers are given z1 and z2, and as it is x1 plus iy1 and it's x2 plus iy2. So when we will add, that means, since I told that we are studying the operations. Operations means addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, or to use conjugate. Okay, these type of functions we are going to study. Now here I am adding two complex number. So it's iy1 plus x2 plus iy2. So the numbers without I will be added together. We can write them together. And the numbers which is with I, that means the imaginary unit. The numbers, the terms with imaginary unit. So we can take I common outside. So it will be y1 plus y2. Same for subtraction we can take. The number without imaginary unit we will take together, and the number with imaginary unit we will write them together. When we talk about the multiplication, if I talk about the multiplication of these two only, z1 is equal to x1 iy1 and z2 is equal to x2 plus iy2. When I am asking for the multiplication z1 into z2, so x1 plus iy1, x2 plus iy2. So when we will multiply, it will be x1 x2, it will be x1 iy2, it will be x2 iy1, it's I, and it's I into y1 into y2. So what I'll do, I'll write the terms without I. If you can see, then this I square will be minus 1, as we know that I square will be minus 1. So we can write these two terms together. Since it will be minus 1, so I am writing it x1 x2 minus y1 y2 together, plus from these two with imaginary unit I will take common outside, and inside it will be x1 y2 plus x2 y1. This is the way when we are doing the multiplication. First we will expand them, then after that we will take the terms together which are without imaginary unit and the terms together which are with imaginary unit. But doing this we have to remember always that I square is equal to minus 1. Then next, if we talk about that any scalar quantity is multiplied, as in matrices, for everything we are understanding that what about the scalar quantity when it is multiplied. If I am saying that 2 is multiplied with a complex number x plus iy, so it will be multiplied with both the terms. So as it will be 2x plus 2i2y. So you can write it 2iy. So that means when we are multiplying the scalar quantity will be multiplied with both terms. Now when we talk about the division in complex number, since these are not in the way of simple form, so when we talk about the division of two complex number, that means it is x plus I, x1 plus iy1 and it's x2 plus iy2. So for division there is a need of conjugate. So this type of division we will solve by using the conjugate. As you know that we are usually applying the conjugate of denominator. So it will be x2 minus iy2 and here also x2 minus iy2. So we will solve it and then that will be the form of division. Same for reciprocal. If I'm saying that find out its x1 iy1 and you have to find out the reciprocal of this. So surely you will say it's 1 upon x1 plus iy1. How to solve this reciprocal? You have to apply the conjugate x1 minus iy1 upon x1 minus iy1. This will be the way to solve the reciprocal terms. So that means either division is there or reciprocals are there. We have to use the conjugate. As in earlier classes we have studied what are the conjugates. If we are using the conjugates of denominator, then with changed sign we have to use. Here in the complex number also, if I am saying that the complex number is a plus ib, so the conjugate of a plus ib will be a minus ib. With the help of this concept, you can go through the exercise 1 and half of the exercise 2 also. Please try it and let me know the doubts.